Good afternoon, everyone. Hope I'm audible. So I'll just, Savi, am I audible?
Yes, loud and clear. Thank you.
Okay, fine. So just, simple instruction before we start off for the today. Hi, everyone. I request everyone to stay on mute while the session is on, and preferably phone to stay silent so that you can focus on the session. And we have collected all the questions and we'll be covering that. And still, if there are any question left, we will be happy to take it up. And do take notes and keep your webcam off uh, so that your bandwidth is more utilized for the session. So I am Ankur Bhatia, founder of Wellcure, and we are a platform where we are promoting the concept of holistic health. And I encourage everyone to visit our website and download our app. You'll get a lot of information through blogs, interesting recipes. We have a collection of over 1,000 recipes, healthy recipes, and a Q&A forum and stories of people who have transformed their health following a holistic lifestyle. So, before starting the program today, I just want to share a broad agenda and share my initial thoughts. So, we'll have a presentation from Dr. Avantika, where she'll talk about PCOS, its root cause, and also about how we can address that. And then we'll share briefly about the program, and we'll then take up all the questions which we have collected regarding PCOS or program from the groups where people had posted their queries. So when coming to a problem like PCOS, when we were researching and developing the program along with Dr. Avantika, uh, we were very surprised the extent of the problem, and it is almost like an epidemic where in almost 1 in 6 or 1 in 5 of every woman in reproductive age is having this condition. And unfortunate part is that in medical fraternity, there is a management solution through certain medication, but you cannot have a solution where you can get rid of the condition completely. And it is now leads to many other conditions. It increases risk factors for different lifestyle disorder. So and most importantly for a woman, it affects their fertility aspects as well, about which Dr. Avantika will share. And the reason why we felt that this program is needed is purely for this reason. We felt that after researching and also speaking to Dr. Avantika, wherein there have been multiple cases, we have a number of stories on our platform and also success stories which Dr. Avantika has, wherein with a sustained effort, people have overcome this condition, reversed this condition, and women are leading a medicine free life. And so we thought that all this knowledge should be shared about diet, about lifestyle, how to manage the stress, how to integrate yoga. Yoga plays a very critical role in overcoming this condition. And coming to the program aspect, yes, it doesn't mean that we are not saying that you completely give up your medication, but a guided tapering off of medication that Dr. Avantika will be guiding each of you, and along with introducing the holistic lifestyle, which as a template you can follow for almost your life. So and it is something which everyone can do. And we had our just finished our first batch a week back, and everyone have experienced significant improvement in terms of their symptoms, and whether it's a weight loss, skin condition or digestive issues, there have been a very positive shift which people were able to experience, and obviously the complete support was there. And when we do consider that that when we go to a doctor, we only get a prescription and probably recommendation for some tests, but herein you will get full 2 hours from her, along in spread over 2 individual sessions and 4 1 hour yoga sessions. So we are hoping that not only you get value from the session, and some of you do consider joining the program. The details will be shared at the end briefly by my colleague Swatantrata. So now I hand over to Dr. Avantika. Avantika is a naturopath from a leading naturopath college, SDM college from Karnataka. And she is also a yoga Shiromani from, again, a premier institution on yoga, Shivananda Yoga Ashram from Madurai. And she runs her own clinic of women, focusing a lot on women and child care in Noida. And she has a vast experience of dealing with a lot of women in fertility cases and in PCOS program as well. And we believe that her knowledge, wisdom, and experience having together will be of immense value to everyone. So over to you, Dr. Avantika. I'm stopping the screen sharing. You can now upload your presentation.
Thank you so much, Ankur. Let me know if I'm perfectly audible. I'll just start my screen share.
Yes, you are perfectly audible.
Okay. Wrong. Just give me 2 seconds. Okay, all right. Welcome everyone for this short webinar where we'll be sharing some information on PCOS and how, like Ankur said, how it has actually become a an epidemic, and many women we come across of the reproductive age suffering with this condition nowadays, which is PCOS. And I'm sure all of you who are present here for the webinar, you must have gone to several doctors, gynecologists, homeopaths, Ayurveda doctors, and experienced all sorts of treatments or taken advices from them. But ultimately, you all are here looking for some sustainable solution to PCOS. Like Ankur mentioned, the medicines you take or the treatment you undergo, it can only manage your PCOS condition till the time you take those medications. But what after that? can medications be a regular part of your life? No, it cannot be, because additionally it has a lot of side effects, and especially the oral contraceptives, which are the first line of treatment, which are considered to be the first line of treatment in PCOS. Those are specifically very, very harmful for your body, which you don't feel initially when you start off with the treatment. But girls come to me after 3 years, 4 years of taking it continuously, and they gain so much of excessive weight after that. Once they stop those medications, they just cannot get their periods naturally at all. Your body becomes so dependent on those artificial hormones that your body doesn't recognize what is a natural hormone anymore and doesn't produce it that well. So we'll discuss about all this, and I would like to keep it more question oriented. So because a lot of you, as we saw, had a lot of inquiries about whether you'll be able to conceive, or whether you'll be able to leave your medications forever, and so many of your questions. So we'll take up more of the questions, and I'll try to answer all of them in the end. I'll just take you through what exactly is PCOS and what are we going to do during this 2-week program. Okay.
Avantika, can you switch on the light, because your face
It's
is not
dark.
properly.
Just
Yeah,
give
yeah.
me a second. So I was just trying to be around natural light for some time. Fine. All right. So let's move ahead. So PCOS, polycystic ovarian syndrome. Many of you often have this question as well, that I don't have PCOS, ma'am, but I have PCOD. What is the difference between the two? So I will just tell you briefly that both of them are actually same. It's not different. But when your PCOD, which is polycystic ovarian disease, is quite flared up and also has additional symptoms apart from showing just cysts on your ovaries, like you start gaining a lot of facial hair or a lot of acne on your body, or you start losing hair, you start having insulin resistance, a lot of sweet cravings. So when all these symptoms, various symptoms club up, then it is known as polycystic ovarian syndrome. So syndrome, the word itself represents a lot of things together, a lot of symptoms together, group of symptoms. Okay. So whether you have PCOD or PCOS, both the groups can join this program. It is not only for PCOS. So it has been found that almost every 1 in 6 women of the reproductive age, they are affected by PCOS nowadays. So PCOS is comparatively a new term, I would say, because if I talk to my mother or my grandmother, they have never even heard of this term called as PCOS. It is so common suddenly in our generation. So what does this represent? This particular thing clearly represents that it is to do with our lifestyle. It is to do with, as we have evolved in the generation, our lifestyles have changed massively, drastically. It has changed. It has just taken a 360-degree round off, and which has probably given birth to PCOS. So almost 20% of the population is actually suffering with PCOS. So first time you encounter that you haven't gotten your periods, or you're having irregular periods, and you visit a gynecologist. Many people, in fact, don't visit the gynecologist only. Few people who are more aware and concerned about this issue, and they happen to visit a gynecologist, the first thing gynecologist after diagnosing PCOS will say is, oh, you have PCOS, but this is very common. And as soon as the gynecologist mentions this line that, oh, it is very common in girls nowadays, you are again carefree about the problem. That yes, it's very common in people nowadays and it's fine. You just need to lose weight and you just need to take little bit care about your diet and you'll be fine. So the actual concern which this problem should have immediately lowers down as soon as you hear that from your gynecologist. And many women have experienced this and have told me the same story. So what exactly PCOS, why exactly PCOS happens, and what is it exactly? So number one, I've mentioned here, hyperandrogenism. So androgen is a particular hormone, a male hormone, which is also present in females, but in low quantity. So what happens in PCOS is the levels of this androgen hormone raises up. And this is because of maybe taking a lot of caffeine or taking a lot of packed food, because of the artificial items present on the packed food, um, not having proper sleep, sleeping very late at night, busy with our Netflix and Amazon Primes, and sleeping very late at night, getting up late in the morning, not exercising. So all these imbalances in our lifestyle also causes imbalances inside us, which is our hormones. As women, our hormones are extremely sensitive to environmental changes, dietary changes, our stress levels. So all these results in hyperandrogenism, which is increase in the level of androgen hormones, male hormones, and which is why you start getting facial hair. You start gaining weight around your belly. I saw a question, there was a question that why am I only putting weight around my belly? Rest of my body part is fine, but why am I putting weight around my belly? So this is clearly because of high androgen levels in your body, because you start getting a little bit of male features, male tendencies, uh, and also a lot of acne you see around your face, back, shoulders, thighs, buttocks. So this is also because of high androgen levels. The second important feature is ovulatory dysfunction. I would say this is the prime reason. What does this mean is you stop getting your ovulation, you stop ovulating. What is ovulation? It is when your ovaries release the egg. And what happens in PCOS is your ovaries stop releasing eggs. So usually what happens, there are a lot of follicles which are made during every cycle of a woman. But what happens in PCOS is that there is no one follicle which becomes dominant enough to release to your fallopian tubes, and which is why fertilization becomes a major problem, conceiving becomes a major problem, and which is why you have irregular periods, or you have a gap of 2 months, 4 months. People have gaps of years. For 2 years, for 3 years, they haven't gotten their natural periods. Maybe just spotting, people explain it to be. So this is because you have stopped ovulating regularly. And this becomes a major concern later on in life. Initially, probably you will not feel a lot of difficulty because of this, but as you keep progressing into this PCOS journey, and trust me girls, PCOS, I would say, is a lifetime journey. Once you have it, you have to be careful and concerned about your health all through your life. It is never a 1 month or a 2 week or a 2 year process. It's a lifetime journey. So this is the second most important feature. What is the third one is, which you see when you get an ultrasound done, which is polycystic ovarian morphological changes. So your doctor will tell you that you have multiple cysts which is coming up, like I showed you over here. So these are the multiple cysts which start. This is a normal ovary and this is a cystic ovary. So you see your ovaries swell up and there's multiple cysts. So cysts are nothing but just fluid fill or vacuum filled spaces. Something like inflammation. You can just, as a layman, you can understand it to be an inflammation. So this really happens to your ovaries. Okay. So these are the main 3 features of PCOS, and with changing your lifestyle, with changing your diet, your stress levels, your sleeping patterns, we specifically take care of resolving these 3 features. This is the root cause, and it has to be addressed only by changing your lifestyle. Only then it will be a sustainable change. So what are the most common hormones as a women which we have? The first 2, you must have heard about them, estrogen and progesterone. The most important, which regulates your whole menstrual cycle. Then we have FSH, LH, which is a follicle stimulating hormone and luteinizing hormone. We have the testosterone, which is the male hormone, insulin, which takes care of your blood glucose levels. And then we have cortisol, which is the stress hormone. So just imagine so many hormones taking care of our every month menstrual cycle. And it is so important that all the hormones are considered and taken care and are in sync, are in balance, because each hormone is linked with the other. So, for example, there's a question very frequently asked that how is stress linked with PCOS? So I'll just give you an example. How is stress linked with PCOS? Many people have also asked in the question, the list which I got, that I have mood swings a lot, and I don't remember being happy ever since I was diagnosed with PCOS. So see, this is a very important and critical point which was mentioned, and it struck me a lot. Why does this happen is because of the cortisol hormone. When you are continuously, so actually it starts with estrogen. When you have a lot of imbalance in your hormonal levels, what happens is you develop a state known as estrogen dominance, which is your estrogen levels go up extensively, and this causes your cortisol levels to go up. So cortisol controls stress. The higher levels of estrogen also, as a feedback mechanism, tells your cortisol levels also to go up, and which is why you're constantly, you feel under pressure, you feel tensed, you feel stressed. There's a constant upper graph to it. And what happens then when your cortisol levels are so high? Your progesterone levels drop. So what actually happens to the estrogen and progesterone ratio? That your estrogen levels are too high and your progesterone levels are too low. Whereas the ideal situation should be, they should be under balance. They should be somewhere around the same value, okay, same level. So this is what actually happens, how all the hormones are linked with each other. All right, moving ahead. So what does a regular menstrual cycle look like, and what actually is a PCOS cycle? If you can see the chart. So you see, by the 14th, between the 14th to 16th day, there is release of egg. So there are multiple follicles inside your ovary, and out of which one of them gets selected by your body. It's a natural process. One of the follicles gets selected becomes more dominant, becomes like the queen inside, which can release the egg. And between the 14th to 16th day, the egg is released, which gets fertilized with the sperm if you want to conceive, and which is how pregnancy occurs. And if there is no fertilization, then it just sheds with your endometrium lining. But what happens in a PCOS cycle is there is no dominant follicle and there is no release of egg. The follicles are there but present in cystic form. So your body doesn't get to choose which follicle becomes the queen and releases the egg. So this is what happens, and which is why you have irregular cycles. I hope you understood. I tried to explain it in a very, very simple way. Now, this is again a very frequent question which we get, that ma'am, there is no cyst in my ovaries. My ultrasound report is absolutely clear, but I have a lot of acne and I get irregular periods. So do I have PCOS or do I have PCOD? So to answer that question, there are different types of PCOS, which we come across. It's not just having cyst on your ovaries. There are a lot of other types. You could just have cyst but have no other issues. You could not have cyst but have all the other symptoms of PCOS. You could only have irregular periods and have PCOS. So, there are different ways of PCOS representation in a woman. So I would just say, as soon as you see that there is some issue with your menstrual cycles, or you feel a lot of very much heated from inside, you feel you start getting the symptoms of PCOS, you should immediately go for a checkup. Along with ultrasonography, also get your hormonal assay done, which which is a lab test. They will just take a blood sample and do your hormonal assay test, which will exactly tell you if your hormones are balanced. Okay. And type A, so this is the most common type of PCOS we come across. So this is, having PCOS since last more than maybe 6-7 years. Women generally tend to end up having type A PCOS if you don't resolve it at an earlier stage. So what is type A is definitely missing your periods, irregular periods, high androgen, which is pimples, facial hair, pigmentation, and also polycystic ovaries. So cyst in your ovaries. So when you have all the three features of PCOS, it is type A PCOS, classical type. Why is PCOS important? Why is it important to treat PCOS? Because many, girls, they tell me that it's okay, ma'am, if I have irregular periods, but I cannot give up on my caffeine. I love Maggie. I cannot give up on Maggie. Oh, I love chocolates. How can I give up chocolates? But you need to understand that why treating PCOS is important. It is because it will eventually, the most commonly seen problem is subfertility, difficulty in conception. And even if you conceive later on in life, you have a tendency for recurrent miscarriages. You will not be able to carry the baby as well. And secondly, of course, with facial hair, acne, alopecia, all the social awkwardness comes. And then it kind of becomes like a hidden stress inside your mind that, oh, I have facial hair, oh, I have acne, I need to look good. All these problems will trouble you later on. It can also lead to cancer. That's very, very important to note. And of course, a lot of unexplained weight gain will happen eventually. And some of these complications like diabetes, high blood pressure, diabetes during your pregnancy, preterm birth, these things are very common with PCOS. So, which is why if you know you have PCOS, it is your responsibility to take care of it and do whatever possible things, changes required to just, remove it from your life. Now, why are we here? What are we exactly going to do in the 2-week program? It is an integrated mind and body approach which we have designed. So what will this include? Now, it is important to work on all the 5 layers of existence. So this is known as Panchakosha. So if I mention here, Annamaya Kosha, this is the physical sheet. Pranamaya is your vital sheet. Manomaya is your mental sheet. Vijnanamaya is your wisdom sheet. And Anandamaya is your real inner happiness sheet. So we try to work on all the 5 sheets. It is not just diet. Trust me, there have been also so many girls who've come to us and they say that, I take care of my diet a lot. I absolutely don't eat food from outside, and I take care of it at utmost level, but yet I'm not able to get rid of my PCOS. Why? This is because probably the mental sheet, if we consider the Manomaya sheet, this is to do with all the emotional aspects of our self, maybe in terms of emotional insecurities or some kind of stressors which is not addressed with food. So here comes the role of yoga. So this program, along with the dietary plan, will also teach you different aspects of your lifestyle and yogic practices which will help you take care of yourself emotionally, take control of yourself emotionally, take care of your stresses, to make you understand which kind of stresses to take, which ones to not take, how to filter your negative thoughts, and a lot. So, yoga, I think, will play the most important role over here. And the previous batch people who were there with us, and many of the girls were there who were first time doing yoga, and their feedback was that they never expected yoga to be so much fun, to be so much blissful in a way. And so yeah, this will be our plan of action. Also, if I quote from one of the research papers, it has been mentioned that lifestyle interventions are first line treatment for PCOS. Even small lifestyle changes can improve metabolic dysfunction, ovulation, fertility, and mood. So this has been quoted from a research paper. Now, I've been talking about lifestyle all throughout, but what exactly is lifestyle? What does it include? Number 1 is diet. So what kind of diet we'll follow in the 2-week? Don't worry, it's not going to be very difficult. I will not ask you to, absolutely not eat anything or count your calories and prescribe you the diet. No, it's not. It doesn't work like that. So we will mainly, for the first week, focus on eliminating certain foods from your diet, which is extremely bad for PCOS and which triggers hormonal imbalance. So, things like caffeine, things like junk food, things like food which causes a lot of heat inside, dairy products to some extent. So we'll work on restricting certain food items, and the second week will be we'll be focusing on detoxification. So this is how we plan the diet. The second is physical activity. So I will initiate you into yoga, and also I'll give you guidelines on what other workouts to be done. Thirdly, stress, how to take control of your stress, how to manage stress. I've spoken about this. And lastly, and most important, I think, is sleep. Because we've seen in the previous batch a drastic improvement in the sleeping patterns of the participants, which I think made them the happiest. Because there were people who used to go to sleep at 2 p.m., 3 p.m., 2 a.m., 3 a.m. at night, and used to feel lethargic the whole day long next day, and which improved massively. They almost after 2 weeks they shifted their time to 10 p.m., 11 p.m. max, and they started waking up early. So this will be another aspect we'll work upon. And the primary aim of the program will be reduction of weight, improving your insulin sensitivity, and improving your ovulation patterns. So, and what is the most exclusive thing about the program is, generally, you take up these programs and you get a general diet plan and you have to just follow that. But what will be more unique about this program is that you'll be given a personalized diet, because we believe that everybody is different. You have a different body type, you have a different prakriti, which we call in Ayurvedic language. So based on what kind of a body type you have, which is Vata, Pitta and Kapha, you will be given a personalized diet plan. And also keeping in mind your tradition, from where are you, your what is the current season, what foods are available, what is your regular pattern of eating at home. So there won't be a major shift completely, but just a little bit after the first consultation we have, and accordingly you'll be given a diet plan. And yoga will be twice a week, Tuesdays and Fridays, 5 p.m. to 6 p.m. And the emotional part will be also taken care during the consultations. So you can just go through this. There will be a customized diet plan. There will be 2 personal counseling sessions and 4 yoga sessions, which is twice a week. And there will be a continuous 2-week online support through WhatsApp and email. Whenever you need to talk to me or you have a doubt, we will get back to you. And you'll also get a free ebook which has some really nice, interesting recipes. So you can also start indulging into cooking. We also saw in the previous batch that many of the girls who used to never cook before, they started getting into cooking a little bit, and they were enjoying it actually. Also, people will have this question, you must be having this question that if I'm on medication, will I stop your medication completely at one go? No, that will not happen. First, we will initiate you into these lifestyle changes, see how you're doing, do a complete assessment of yours, and only then, if required, if we feel confident that you're able to follow the changes and your body is responding to it, we will slowly work on tapering it down. Okay. So this is the ebook. I'll just share, so I quickly just made some of the results which we had from the previous batch. So I'll just show it to you. So if you see this graph, on an average in 2 weeks, we saw an average reduction of 2.5 kgs of, if we take all the participants. So that's the average weight loss target we will keep, between 2 to 3 kgs. Secondly, we saw that their energy levels were drastically improved. Mood was much better. All of them were having some or the other kind of issues, digestive issues, like bloating, gas, constipation, all of that got resolved. The urination we saw was increased because of the water intake and proper elimination. If you see the stress and sleep graph down, we saw a very nice reduction in their stress levels. I just took a scale of 1 to 10 and they were asked to rate their stress levels according to the scale. And we saw a huge improvement in their sleeping patterns. And so I also used to continuously ask them that every week that, what has been your challenge for this week, biggest challenge? Um, so yes, of course, the major challenge for many of them was uh, taste, because they are so much used to having junk and snacks and packed food, and junk kind of is very addictive because of some of its properties or the products which are added to it. So that takes a little bit of time to resolve. Exercise was a challenge for some. Many people by second week said, no, I don't have any more challenges. I'm absolutely fine and doing good. Many people had time management issues, and few people also complained that had a challenge of waking up early. So waking up early, with waking up early, I mean 7 a.m. in the morning. So, all these habits we'll be working upon. So yeah, thank you. And we'll take up questions now. So you can shoot all your doubts, queries, questions, and I'll try to answer them.
Thanks, Dr. Avantika. Can you stop sharing the screen? I'll just share one
Yeah.
screen from my side.
Thank you so much, Dr. Avantika. It was a very wonderful session, and I see people have written that your way of explanation is very clear and very methodological. So they really liked your way of guiding. It's very well. So good afternoon, everyone. This is Swatantra here from Wellcure. So kindly please give us your questions in the chat, and also I have shared the payment link, and my colleague Ankur Bhatia is going to share the screen also, that what all you will be getting. If you see that we are getting the 2 free books, as Dr. Avantika has also mentioned, and we are giving you the 15 days complimentary access only for this group for the 30 days and 30 recipe programs on the platform of Wellcure. So the fee for the program is 1,749. This is a discounted price. Otherwise the price is 2,500. So we are giving you the discounted price here, and you can also make the payment through the GPay and the Paytm number. I have already shared the link in the group. So we have also received some of your personal queries, though Dr. Avantika has already covered most of those queries in her presentation very well. So if any queries has been left, so please don't mind writing it to us and we will take care of it. Dr. Avantika, someone has also asked in the questions, is there any home remedy for UTI and chocolate ovarian cyst, please?
Okay. So for UTI, definitely you need to take in more diuretics, which we call something which will release more heat and water from your body. Like first thing is to start increasing your water intake. So if you're drinking very less water, you generally tend to get more frequent urinary infections. So start increasing on your water intake. You can take more number of juices, especially the diuretic juices like maybe ashgard juice, or you can just take a jeera water. That is also very good diuretic. You can go for buttermilk. That will help you with probiotics, which is very important in UTI. So yeah, you can try out all this. Chocolate cyst, again, you need to, there's no home remedy as such, but you need to follow a complete lifestyle pattern for it.
Thank you so much. So I think you have already covered that the irregular periods, facial hair, skin, weight loss. So will that can be improved in the 2 weeks program if they attended? So that also you have already shown the weight loss. And also Mercy Priya, I think your question has been answered. If it is not, you can write it again to me. So I have PCOD and my BMI is normal, but I have disturbed sleep. I think this is also more or less you have covered. how to
Yes.
manage stress. So you will be giving the tips on the stress management also, right, in your personal consultation and other programs, right?
Yes, for in my personal consultation and as well as the yoga group sessions which we'll have, which will be 4 classes of yoga in 2 weeks. So those classes will also consist of stress management techniques.
Thank you so much. So Aisha, I hope your answer has been covered, that we are doing these many things to reduce the stress level. And she also shared the chart with you that how after doing the program, people's stress level was definitely reduced. Okay, so the next question I have is that there is an overflow period like for 15 to 20 days having PCOS. So Shivangi, I think that's, you can definitely go ahead and join the program, that all things will be
Yes.
covered. Yeah, gaining weight tremendously and recently lack of sleep. Yeah, correct, Dr. Avantika? These are the things we are
Yes.
definitely going to cover.
Yes. 100%. This is the basis of PCOS.
So there is some question, ma'am, only cyst is there and other issues, please help.
So please join the program, and we are there to help you guys only.
Yeah, so Amrita, I hope your question has been covered. Okay, Vaishnavi, I am really disappointed and sad to read your comment, but I think you should definitely join this program. And the kind of yoga which people have done in the first batch, they have actually given a very positive comments about Dr. Avantika. So, so Vaishnavi, please go ahead and do it. So please suggest any medicine for regulating period or any home remedies for regulating them.
See, like I said, medicines and home remedies will only give you a temporary solution till the time you're taking it, but it is not a sustainable change. If you want to remove it from the root, you need to work on your lifestyle, and there is no looking back from there. Uh, Trust me, there is no other solution to it. PCOS is a lifestyle issue, and you need to change your lifestyle for that.
Zainab, your question has also been covered. So if you join the program, there will be definitely an improvement on your sleep and your weight and facial hair and everything. Okay, so the next question is, please tell again proper name of hormonal blood test. How to reduce or maintain weight in PCOD?
Okay, so hormonal assays are generally done on the second day of your period. Try to go for FSH, LH, AMH. These three are the most important, and also testosterone levels. So try to go for these 4 hormonal tests on the second day of your periods.
Does PCOS is related to acid reflux and IBS?
No, not at all. PCOS is not related to that. Probably these two are different, 2 different conditions you're having, 2 different issues you're having.
I'm not getting period from 3 months, ma'am. Can I get a homemade remedy? So I think you're going to share the homemade
Yes.
remedies also in the group.
Yes, yes, yes.
So Sarvani, please go ahead and make the payment for the program. So that will be covered in the program. Can I conceive pregnancy with PCOS?
Can you conceive with PCOS? See, my
Yeah.
advice to you would be, if you have PCOS, don't think of conceiving, because you're putting yourself and your baby at risk if you conceive. Try to resolve your PCOS first. Try to work on your PCOS. And even if you work for just 3 to 4 months properly on your lifestyle, your body will be much better to take up the pregnancy.
So personal consultations, okay, yeah, personal consultations are scheduled on the, we will be giving you the slots. There will be many slots in a week's time, and that will be given. The
Yes.
program will be commencing from 29th of September, Farhan. So you can go ahead. I have already shared the Razorpay link also. Is the heartburn and heart pain is related with PCOS?
No, again, it's not related to PCOS. These are 2 different issues.
I was suffered from PCOS April, but getting periods got my periods last month in 24 and 35 days, but no periods yet.
I am not very clear with the question. I'm
So
suffering
I
from
think she's saying that I'm PCOS from April. Yeah, you're reading that question, right? The last question. Yeah, please.
2 periods. Okay, basically irregular periods. So like I said, irregular periods will be there in PCOS, one of the most important features of PCOS, and it's not going to go off so easily. Your periods will not become regular just in 2 weeks, but it's a lifestyle change process, and you need to learn what kind of lifestyle changes you need to make and how to sustain it.
Yeah, someone wants to know how to schedule of interaction. So I think they meant by personal interaction. If you can just give a brief information how you'll be doing that.
So as soon as you register for the program, you'll be sent Google form to fill in your details, and you'll be given a day. You'll be scheduled for an appointment on a particular date and time as per your convenience, and then you'll have the first personal consultation with me, where uh, I'll understand your current lifestyle and pattern and accordingly suggest you changes.
Farhan, there is nothing to require right now to register. I have already shared the link, the Google Pay, the other link also. Just go ahead with the payment and my team will get in touch with you for the next steps. Can the 5 centimeter cyst can be reduced?
It doesn't depend on the size. It depends on overall your overall condition. So size, I would say, is not more important, rather than what are the associated features you have, associated symptoms you have, and to what extent your periods are irregular and other things, and also your hormonal levels. So yeah, it will be taken care overall, and
Hello,
yes, it
ma'am.
can be reduced. Yeah.
Sorry. Yeah, sorry for interruption. Hello, ma'am. I was diagnosed with PCOS after I drastically gained weight after my accident 2 years back. Though I am not on medication, I face problems controlling my food tongue. And also I seek before periods. I fall sick before periods. I usually have severe cough and cold. So is there a way that this can be taken care of?
Yes, of course. So it is one of the symptoms of PCOS, which we call it as premenstrual syndrome, PMS. That just before your periods, maybe 1 week before your periods, you start getting your body starts getting very, very sensitive. Body plus your mind. So you have a very bad mood. You start getting slight lower abdominal pain. You start getting very irritated in small little things, outbursts of pimples, lack of sleep. All these are a part of premenstrual syndrome. So, so yes, this program will definitely help you with that. Just Swatandra, can you give me 2 seconds? I'll get my charger.
Definitely. We will wait. Yeah. So Farha, thanks for the payment. My team will be getting in touch with you. This question has, yes, you can definitely get pregnant after PCOS is cured. If you go onto the Wellcure website, we have so many stories. So there is a very dear friend of mine. She was with PCOS, and now they have a 5-year-old child, a son playing in the garden. So for that, I can vouch you. If you definitely get it cured naturally, that is very important. Like to my best friend, the doctors even said that she won't be pregnant, and now she has a son by God's blessings. I bleed only for 3 days during my period. Is it normal? Let Dr. Avantika come back, and Shivali, your question will be answered then.
Yeah.
Yeah, so the question is, I bleed only for 3 days during my periods. Is it normal?
If you bleed for 3 days, it's fine, but how is your flow? If your flow is very scanty, very less, then it's not normal. But if your flow is perfectly fine and you bleed for 3 days, it's absolutely fine.
Thank you so much. I think her question has also been answered. So the next question is,
I bleed the whole month.
Yeah, I bleed the whole month.
So, puja, that's not normal at all. And if you're neglecting this, I think you're making a big mistake, because this needs to be addressed. Not bleeding is not a very major problem, but bleeding so much is a major issue. So this can also happen with PCOS when you have irregular cycles. A lot of bleeding can happen, because you tend to lose so much blood from your body, you become weak, you start getting nutritional deficiencies and all that. So so definitely you should take this as a prime concern and work towards it. And again, the solution is lifestyle.
I have irregular periods for 4 to 5 months. I have medicated for 1 year. I get periods regular when I use pills. Otherwise, I don't get periods for months. I have hormone imbalance too. So what do you recommend for this case?
Right. So as I mentioned already, one of my first slides was about this, that you're generally prescribed, what you're taking is actually an oral contraceptive, which induces your period. So what does an oral contraceptive include? It has the estrogen and progesterone pills, and which takes care of your, which is given artificially to your body, and which takes care of your cycles, which makes you ovulate. So it is very much obvious that once you stop taking those artificial hormones, your body will again go back to normal. So it's not a permanent solution taking those 21-day pills. You need to change your lifestyle. You need to work on your overall lifestyle pattern, make it more healthy, regularize your cycles naturally.
I bleed only 2 days. Color of my blood is jamun color, almost like black. Is it okay?
No, it's not okay. You should get your hormonal tests done, and also look for the other symptoms if you have any of those PCOS symptoms.
Having cyst, tangent weight, mood swings, hair fall, painful period, is it possible to cure?
200%. And which is why we are, holding this program, because, people need to understand that it is, PCOS is a lifestyle issue, and all these issues which you've mentioned, weight, cyst, mood swings, hair fall, this is all PCOS, and you need to change your lifestyle to cure it.
Yeah, so I think Neelam, you should go ahead with the payment. And part 2, your question that I have PCOS and have disturbed sleep issues. I think these are all issues we have already covered, that yes, you can go ahead with the payment. And in the program, all these things will be discussed, that how you can get a good sleep and how you can control. So is endometriosis also called as PCOD? PCOD, sorry.
No, so endometriosis and PCOD are two different things. PCOD is having cyst in your ovaries, whereas endometriosis is completely a different chapter, where there's a outgrowth of a tissue in some other part of your body, of your reproductive part. So endometriosis is completely different.
So someone has written, I got cured, but again, I'm feeling all same symptoms, hair fall, acne, scars, weight gain. Please suggest what shall I do? And I'm very health conscious.
See, so like I mentioned, I specifically have mentioned this point as well, that it is, PCOS is a lifelong journey. If you are health conscious, please continue to be health conscious, because you can never completely, just start with everything you used to do initially. You have to be continuously health conscious if you have PCOD, and watch out for even the minute of changes you make in your lifestyle, and listen to your body. That's very important. So it's not that I have completely been cured. There's no such scale of saying that I am completely cured with PCOD now and I can go back to and I can be lenient about it. So it doesn't work like that. It, at least I would say, takes like 10, 15, 20 years to reach that stage probably.
So we are not going to tell any diet here, but in the personal consultation, we are definitely going to tell the diets, right? We're going to have a personal diet.
Yes. You will not just tell you the diet, but in fact, you will get a complete plan for 2 weeks.
See, Priyanka, the diet will be given as a customized diet. So unfortunately, we can't share it here. So I request you to join the program. It's a 2 weeks program and you'll be given the proper diet for that. Okay, what all supplements we have to take to control androgen level in body to reduce the facial hair and to reduce hair fall? Are we giving any supplements? I don't think so, right?
No, we are not giving any supplements, but there are certain few good supplements like inositol. You can go for inositol if you want to take up supplements. But again, just taking supplements will not help you. Um, you need to take it along with the lifestyle changes if at all you wish to. But although we don't prescribe any supplementation over here, it is purely with dietary and lifestyle changes we work upon you.
I have diagnosed with PCOS, ma'am. I haven't started medications. What should I do? Definitely join the program, but let
Yes,
me hear
I
from
think
her.
you are the most compatible person to join this program. Then, if you haven't started with medications.
Yeah, so Pooja, you can go ahead with the payment. The link has been shared in the group and in the chat also here. Do I get control in increasing breast size after doing yoga? Doctor said that due to hormonal imbalance, I'm suffering from increase in breast size.
Yes, so that happens. And overall, when you start losing weight, you start losing on your breast size as well. And I will also be teaching you certain exercises which can help you specifically target that area and tone it up.
Thanks, Sarvani, for your payment. My team will be getting back with you with the confirmation of the payment. Kanika, I think we covered this question, how PCOD occurs. Maybe you joined
Yes.
late. So Kanika, I will be sending you the recording in the group. If you're either in the group, or I'll send me your email ID and we'll be sending the recording that how it occurs. Okay, so yeah, I think I have covered almost all the questions. So the link is also here. I think Dr. Avantika, I have covered all the questions. If anyone has any questions, please do write us here. Or you can also write us on the WhatsApp group we have made. Yeah. Can endometriosis be cured naturally without surgery? Is this also due to hormonal imbalance? I am facing acne and hair fall.
Yes, so endometriosis also happens due to hormonal imbalance, and it depends what stage your endometriosis is at. And if it is too much progress, then only surgery is advised. Otherwise, yes, you can take care of it naturally. Acne and hair fall, again, I think because it's hormonal imbalance, you're facing issues with acne and hair fall.
So Gautami, you can definitely go ahead with the program and you will be seeing the improvement. Shivali's question is, will the facial hair growth stop after PCOD and thyroid is cured?
Yes. So if you start on your lifestyle changes journey, I have personally seen within 2 to 3 months, women come back and they say that my growth of facial hair has reduced. So it doesn't go off in one go, but gradually it reduces and then it stops.
When is the last day to make the payment? So I would say that by Monday you can make the payment. Pooja, you can go ahead. Hair growth in abdomen, is it normal?
No, it's not normal. It should be there. Probably again, the reason is high testosterone levels, and it could be PCOS for you as well. So yes, you can take up the program and go ahead.
Yeah, can walking and healthy eating cure PCOS?
See, again, like I said, I wish there was such quick solutions, to overcome this issue, PCOS. But it's not just one thing. It's, we call it to be a holistic change. So it needs to be everything considered, because just diet and just walking will probably not do it. You need to also take care of your stress levels, your sleeping patterns, your overall lifestyle regime needs to be worked upon, and probably an initial detoxification, which is very much important.
And I would add on to it that you really need a hand holding in the beginning, like a doctor
Yes.
from you, that how you can do it, and then you can maybe doing on your own. That will be maintaining it. So
Yes.
whatever you learned here, the walking and healthy will help you to maintain, but not to cure in the beginning. You really need someone. If you go to the doctor also, you need someone to help you. Okay, so I have thyroid problem, Pallavi. As we said that with the healthy lifestyle, you will be definitely getting the tips from here, and you can definitely reverse your thyroid also from the PCOS if you keep on using
Following.
that, say, following the same lifestyle. Yes, Pallavi, you can go ahead and join the program. So the next question is hair growth on chest. Is it normal?
No, again, it is not normal. So all this is happening because of imbalances. Like I said, high testosterone levels. So yes, it could be because of PCOS.
Yeah. So in PCOS, do we have thighs and abdomen pain? Right. Someone is asking this question, and can they be cured during this program?
Yes, so generally thigh and abdomen pain will occur just before your periods or during your periods. So yes, extreme pain on your thighs and abdomen can happen, and yes, this can be taken care very easily.
And she also has the bulky ovaries related to PCOS, and she has done the sonography. Endometrium is 11 centimeters. So that could also be the reason, right? And she's saying, is it normal?
It should be 11 mm, not 11 cm.
Yeah,
Firstly,
yeah, I think, yeah, I'm sure 11 mm. Yeah,
yeah.
I just read it, whatever it is. Sorry.
No problem. I'm reading it. Okay. So, so yes, bulky ovaries is due to PCOS, and you should definitely get the other hormonal test as well, and you can take up the program.
So Yashoda, you can definitely go with the program. Priyanka, which group you are mentioning? Our WhatsApp group. Surely I will add you there. Okay, so 11 mm. Yeah. So yeah, tell me, Patu, you have written ma'am. So what question you have? Okay. My all reports are normal, but I have irregular periods. Yeah.
So again, like I mentioned, there are different types of PCOS. This can also be PCOS. It need not be that you have cyst
She
showing on
had
your.
passed PCOD, but she has passed PCOD. So
Yeah,
now
so
she.
then definitely it is still continuing. Probably it has gotten better, but it is still there. So you can definitely join the program to learn more about what you should be doing on a regular basis and how can you maintain a good healthy lifestyle.
Ma'am, I've got my periods from 3 months. Can you just any way to get my periods for now? I have joined the program. Yeah, Sarvani has joined the program. Yeah.
So Sarvani, I'll be telling you personally when we have a consultation what all exactly you need to do. So don't worry.
Yes, you can do the GPay tomorrow, Saresh. Yeah, you can do the GPay tomorrow also. Does the program have daily sessions, other things in the program benefit? So I would request if you can just again tell about the program.
Okay, so it doesn't have daily sessions. We will basically form a WhatsApp group where all of us will be connected and we can share our queries or anything any time of the during the 2-week program. You'll be getting 2 personal sessions with me, which will be for 45 minutes each, where I will discuss your problem with you personally and design a plan for you, customized. Along with that, you'll have 4 group yoga sessions where we'll be doing some physical exercise, yoga, meditation, relaxation together. So overall, we will teach you how to, what kind of a lifestyle you should be following, and probably I will initiate you into a good lifestyle regime, which once you start doing and you see the changes by yourself, you'll be self-motivated to continue it further in your life.
Yeah, there are 2 questions, which is the same question. So can I do yoga and exercises during my periods?
So you can go for mild exercises like maybe just walking. Don't go for heavy exercises during periods. You can easily go for yogic practices also, except for inverted postures. So just avoid inverted postures during periods. Rest, you can easily go for it.
So what is the best yoga or exercise? I have normal BMI for cure PCOD. I hope you could answer this.
Yeah, so please join the program and we will teach you what is the best yoga or exercise.
See, dear all, we are very much concerned about your health and we are on a mission that you should be curing your PCOS or PCOD or whatever the issues you have in your periods, in your skin, in your hair fall. So that is what we have specially customized this program. And Dr. Avantika, she is actually given you the 2 personal counseling sessions into this program. So all those things which you don't want to discuss with anybody, you can personally discuss with her. And look at her, she's so sweet to, like, she looks very sweet to me, like you can really approach her. And then there are 4 yoga sessions also where you can learn and then ask questions there also, that what kind of an exercise and yoga, because once she makes some exercise and yoga with you, and then after that you can definitely ask this question. So I request you to join the program if you really want to get through this. We are very sorry that we can't just say the exercise and yoga in this program. You also understand that this is only for the for the introduction, that what all is included in the program. So which means, which is the best? Is it yoga or exercise? Yeah. So another question, Dr. Avanti.
So what is best? I will say both are important. So according to different types of PCOS, I would actually advise you, if you have a lean PCOS, someone who's very thin, normal BMI and still has PCOS, then they should go for yoga, definitely, and some sort of strength training. And people who are obese, a lot of weight around their tummy, thighs, abdomen, and hips. So they should be going for more of dynamic exercises like cardio activities plus yoga. So yoga is definitely important for both. And along with that, I also advise you other forms of activity.
Yeah, so I have also written my WhatsApp group. So anyone wants to join the WhatsApp group, we'll be sharing the links. And for our other programs also, we want to do. We actually we share all about our programs and this delays. So, ma'am, I want to join the program, but according to my schedule, Mercy, we will be giving you the recordings also for the group session which you are missing, and there are 10-15 slots we will be giving you to join the personal consultation. There are mornings as well as the evening slots, so I think you can make it happen. So sometimes blood drops comes out from my vagina instead of period cycle.
So this is Shabna. This is exactly what I was talking about. It's spotting. It's not your regular menstrual flow. It's spotting. This is because you don't have regular ovulation. So and this can happen because of PCOS, definitely. So you need to change your lifestyle and follow a good, healthy regime overall to regularize your ovulatory cycles. Only then this problem will be solved.
Ma'am, next month, can I join? The program is already starting on 29th of September, Mercy
Yes.
Priya. And we don't know when we'll have the 3rd batch. So I would suggest that don't delay your problem and please join it now.
We will do the adjustments required as per your schedule. Don't worry about that.
Yeah, that we will take care.
Yeah.
Okay, so I think we can close the session now. We have covered almost queries. Thank you so much, Dr. Avantika, for being so patient and guiding everyone so very well. So dear all, I have already sent my WhatsApp group, so you can do there. Shabna wants to know, I used to do yoga and exercise, then what should I do overcoming this spotting solution? As Dr. Avantika said, Shabna, please join the program, because it's not only about the exercises or something, it's all about holistic healing and holistic coaching, which you can see Dr. Avantika is very well providing you. So I think she will add on to it. So Dr. Avantika, you want to give your final comments?
So see, yeah, something about holistic healing only. Generally, you must be coming across a lot of PCOS diet plans, especially on Instagram. Nowadays, we see that there's almost a movement of PCOS, and you need to look for a whole solution. So, just yoga, just diet will not help in this. It has to be a combination, it has to be a holistic approach, which we say. And trust me, girls, once you start doing it, uh, even in the previous batch, within 2 or 3 days, people started feeling so good, so light, and started having that positivity inside them that they can fight this condition, PCOS, and they can live healthy throughout their life. They started taking control of their own health. So that is the most important part.
I think we can close the session now, Doctor. So there are, I think, 4 more messages. I don't know. Yeah, they're just saying awesome explanation. Fans of you. I'm already a fan of you. Okay. Yeah. Thank you so much, Dr. Avantika. God bless you and have a great weekend. Yeah. So I'm just going to end the meeting, everyone. So I wish you a great time and wish you a great health. And I hope to see you in the programs.